Fawn
and Matt. We're an interracial couple with 2 kids wanting to do something that highlights the power of friendship and what it means to be in the company of true friends. We're going to move our society away and out of the loneliness epidemic and into a friendlier, happier world. Welcome to our friendly world. Better, stronger, together. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. At the core of it is how to have sustainable friendship. Not just friendship, but sustainable relationships. That relationship could be friendship. It could be marriage. It could be whatever you want. Whatever it is, it's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
With whatever. With trees, with nature, with your person, with your dog, cat. It all works. And it's the thing I get asked a lot. What is your favorite? Fill in the blank. What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite show? What's your favorite thing to wear? What's your favorite place? What's your favorite country? What's your favorite whatever? My entire life, I've never been able to answer that question. Maybe I'm an oddball, but we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
Matt was going on an interview yesterday and started my mind turning, like the wheels were turning.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about, okay, on my way there, I'm going to play my favorite music.
Right.
To get in the mood, I guess.
Yes. Well, to pump me up.
And then you said, do you even know my favorite music? No, did you ask me that?
I did.
I got quiet because every time you pose that,
Mm-hmm.
I get really sad because no, I don't know your favorite music. I was starting to beat myself up. Like I got really sad. Like, oh, I'm such a bad partner because I don't know your favorite band. That's so stupid because music is so important to you, right? I'm like, am I a selfish person?
Yeah,
but that's where my mind was racing, and I ended up facing my computer again
Mm-hmm.
as I was thinking about what I was just what we had just said, and the fact that I didn't know your favorite band, and I started thinking, and then I said, yeah, well, is that a fair question? Because it seems like it's always changing. I don't know what you're...
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, does he know your favorite music? Would I even like to listen to? Knowing the answer deep down is, I don't have favorite music. It depends on my mood. It
It's the
depends on
moment.
the season. It depends on what's happening. Sometimes I'm really mad and I'll listen to something you would never think I would listen to. It depends. I don't have favorites. It changes.
Right.
And it's radically changing.
Right.
So I turned to you. I'm like, do you even know my favorite music? And I stumped you.
Well, I said it's that guy whose name
No.
ends with A and O.
No, you paused for a second and you're like, and then you just thought of the last thing I happened to be playing.
Exactly. Because that's how it works with
I'm
you,
like,
I think.
but that's not my favorite. I needed that. And the last few days I've been listening to that particular genre or artist, maybe, but it's not my favorite. But yeah, I've been relishing in that the last day. But you were kind of chuckling because you really didn't know, did you?
I mean, we can
You were
play around with
laughing.
a bunch of different things, but yeah.
Okay, I'm making this way too long. But the point of this conversation today is, my hypothesis is that it's dangerous to have a person or a thing, whatever you're looking at in front of you, to think you know their favorite thing. I feel like when you do that, you put them in a stagnant, anchored position forever, and nothing stays the same. Even a rock will move. Things change all the time. It's kind of like putting a placeholder on something when you say this is their favorite or this is this way about this situation. I think it creates such an anchor that as life moves on and you have that bookmark on that person as being a certain way, life happens, the wind comes along, and you grow apart. It's like anchoring a boat somewhere and then you're swimming away. The tide takes everything else away.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't hold you with anything. Like, this is Matt's favorite thing. And I think I told you the other day, I only know the favorite kind of shirt that you like to wear, but that's it.
Because that's all I wear.
I really don't know your favorite ice cream. I don't know your favorite anything, Matt, because I don't hold you to that.
Right. And people would say contemporarily that, ooh, well, that's not good.
Well, okay. So now that I've fumbled my way to explain what the show is about today. You know what I'm talking about, right,
I
Matt?
do,
Can you
because
explain it to our friends that are listening what we're talking about?
okay, with getting too like pathological about it. When I was young, I listened to Iron Maiden. Then later, and that was my favorite band, and I was all about it. And da 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 da. And then later, it was a different band. And then later, it was a different band. And now it seems like I get favorites very quickly, and they come, and then sometimes they go. Sometimes they linger as like a favorite, but not the favorite. And it can be just a mood. And honestly, when I was younger, I had a favorite ice cream, and that was it. And now it's like, well, give me something chocolate with stuff in it. Life is good. Why?
Even things
Why
that
focus?
even things that we hated. It's not necessarily just about things you love, like your favorite thing. It's about like, oh, I really can't stand this. I used to, when I was a kid, hate avocados.
And I'm
At
slowly
the
coming
taste of
around
it.
to beets.
But now I love the avocado.
Right.
I totally appreciate the taste of it. But when I was a kid, the taste of it was kind of tasteless, but at the same time gross.
Right.
Like it had a taste that I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was gross to me.
I wouldn't sit down and eat an avocado. Yes.
At the risk of sounding like a total hippie, people make fun of vegans and the avocado toast. I'm just saying avocados were disgusting to me.
Right.
Even the color, I hated it.
It is an
And
interesting
now I
color.
appreciate it.
It's very much a 70s style color,
Yeah,
right?
oh my God. Those 70s kitchens with the green stoves and the green
We had an avocado
refrigerators.
refrigerator.
Oh, I can't
Thank
stand
God
that.
it wasn't sunrise yellow.
But see, that is depressing to me. That kind of color. And by the way, I see that color when I'm in LA. To me, the air in LA, the atmosphere is this greenish yellow. It's the same as the avocado when I was a kid. It's my kryptonite. I don't
dear.
like it. I have no energy in LA because green yellow.
Right.
Whereas like the Pacific Northwest is blue green, and that gives me energy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Does that even make sense? I know it sounds crazy, but certain places I see as if I'm wearing glasses that have that tint.
Right.
Anyway, I'm kind of veering off subject again. But yeah, it's not just favorite things either. It's like your perception of a particular thing. I feel like it's important to allow yourself to maneuver without saying, this is it. This is my favorite thing. This is what I dislike. This is it. And this is this person's favorite thing. And it shall be forever, forevermore. When we do that, we don't grow together because change is inevitable.
Well,
And I think that's a key to having a sustainable friendship is to not hold anything on anyone. Anything.
right.
Anything.
Well, yeah, right. But let's be careful. It's interesting. It makes me wonder why this happens. Particularly as parents, we know that our kids change. Oh my God.
And then they get upset because we're like, oh, this is your favorite. They're like, Mom, I grew out of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They get upset.
Well, they love the yokai. They didn't like the Pokemon. They liked the yokai watch. And, we play the games and yada, yada, yadas. And now they don't care.
But that's just it. That's why kids get upset because we've stayed in there.
Right.
And we're forcing them to stay.
But do we
But
then...
why do we do it?
But do we then perceive perhaps a certain lack of maturity in others if they change what their favorite is?
What do you mean? Like they're fickle?
Yeah, like they're fickle or they're...
I think that's the danger. Yeah, I think that's the problem because you look at them as fickle.
Right.
How dare you change your mind? And I think that's that old mentality. And I think that's why kids stay away from the parents after a certain while. That's one of the reasons. Or friendships lose their friendship, their
Right.
bond, because you've changed and the other person refuses that change because they're comfortable in labeling you whatever it is. Because I guess it does take effort to be in that open space.
Right.
Open-minded space because you're constantly having to guess and you're constantly having to analyze this person, right?
Right. And honestly, it's almost like the two sides of pay attention, Because, look, I paid attention enough to know that your favorite band when you were 13 was Iron Maiden. But then you stop paying attention.
Yeah, like, I did my job. I'm done now. Like, you know, but I guess that's why a lot of people stop making friends because they feel like it's too much work. But it's not, because all you have to do is to sit back and watch a movie, basically. Don't try to figure things out. Just watch a movie. So you're in front of someone that you've been friends with or someone new. Watch a movie that is them. Just watch them. You don't have to figure things out. That's the way I go.
Right.
Even with our kids, I don't know their favorite anime. I had to ask them the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they told me, guess what? And it may seem like I'm a bad mom. It erased from
In
my
one
memory.
ear, out the other, right?
Kinda.
Right.
Because at the moment I understood the genre. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I understood, oh, they're actually going for kind of violent stuff sometimes. Or, oh, they're really going to this absurd kind of viewpoint.
Right.
I needed to know the gist of it,
Mhm.
not the exact show and particular episode and exactly what the characters are called. It's just too much for me. The best I can do is go, this is the feel of what they like right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but something else that just dawned on me was, okay, so I have to own up. I watch American football. I have had different favorite teams. It seems like every time I tell somebody that a new team is my favorite team, they're like, oh, doesn't matter from
I feel
or
like though
to.
that's different.
I get abuse, it almost feels like.
But that's different. Favorite
Disappointment.
teams in sports is different because that's tribal. So in
It
a way,
is.
you're creating community by saying, I'm with this tribe. Haha, we're going to play against your tribe today. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's different.
In its way, yes, but it's also another reinforcement to you're not allowed to change.
But you've also moved around and you have many different hats. Like literally,
That
you have a
is true.
Broncos hat, you have a Ravens hat, you have whatever. Like
That is definitely true.
you have a
Seahawks.
Brewers, jersey. And depending on wherever we go, like the hats change
Yes,
sometimes.
sometimes.
And sometimes they don't. They think you're from there, which is interesting. And that's
Always fun.
that's actually been a way to have people start conversations with you because they're like, oh, you're a Ravens fan,
Are you from Baltimore?
But I'm from Baltimore. And you're like, you can have a conversation with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. But again, this is why it can be different to change favorites, though, because if you are switching tribes and you have friends in a tribe and you switch away, it can be challenging because they've lost a point of connection with you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why if you are a fan of a sports team, make it a bad sports team. So then the person can always like tease and mock you about it, because then you can have a conversation.
Can we veer away from the sports? Because I feel like that is something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But just going back to seeing one another
Mm-hmm.
and not holding anything on the other. That's been my theory for a long time, is not holding anything on anyone.
Right. I completely get it.
Except, I don't know if this factors into our conversation. So, as you all know, I broke away from my family. And at the end of it, when we were, I don't know how to say this. I had to say to someone, they're like, well, how can you do that? How can you just like break yourself off? I'm like, I have to do it for starting a new life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have tried many, many decades of like trying to make it work, and it's not working. I have to recognize that. And I'm not saying I'm angry with them. I'm saying I have to move away from it.
Right.
Right? To have health.
Right.
To be healthy. But I am not angry. So I was trying to explain to this person, this was a long time ago. This was like 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a cousin. And I'm like, I have forgiven, but I will never allow myself to forget the behavior. So that's different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there are some things that you have to hold, like this person has not changed. So in that way, like I said, you have to allow people to change. There are some instances where the person is just unable to or unwilling to change. And no matter what kind of light you see them in, it's not going to happen because that's their way of living. And no matter what you do, no matter what kind of light you see them, however way you hold them, they are what they are. Sometimes you have to walk away.
And you're talking not about favorite ice creams and favorite sports teams, but you're really talking about this person is a Scorpion and they will always be a Scorpion.
Right. So I'm keeping them as a Scorpion to remind myself you're going to get hurt.
Right.
Whereas, because I was just saying, well, I'm not going to hold you to your favorite ice cream because I don't want to
limit you.
I don't want to limit you. Thank you. Yeah. I don't want to limit your existence. I know that you're an ever flowing, ever changing being. We all are. Certain situations, though, require you to definitely use that label. Like, that's a Scorpion. It is their nature to sting you. It's just their nature. So I just wanted to add in that.
Okay.
I just wanted to add in I can't talk. I just wanted to add that into our conversation today. So I'm not making this blanket statement like, oh, everybody changes, don't hold anything, but do hold some things. Do hold certain things. But as far as favorites, as far as the relationships that you really want in your life, I think in that case, I will not hold you to a favorite ice cream. I will not hold you to a favorite color or a meal or a place or anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we met, I'm like, we gotta move. And you're like, I am not a fan of change.
I am not.
And I said, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Are you sure you want to be with me? Because we're going to move. And
See,
so,
fortunately, I put my foot down, and now we've only moved like 4 times.
No, we've moved. Wait, hold on a second. It's been way more than 4.
Oh, has it?
It's been way more than 4, but
No, I'm thinking about zip codes now. I'm not necessarily thinking about places. But no, I think
we've had
you're
more
right.
than zip
I
codes.
think it's more than 4.
Yeah, we've had way more than 4 zip codes.
So put my foot down,
the
though.
thing is, no. But here's what happened. Here's the thought I had. And I think this is where I wanted to start the show off with, and I couldn't remember it. Oh my God, please don't let me forget. I feel like I'm forgetting as I'm talking. Oh no, hold on. Oh, here's what I think is happening with us. And maybe that should be kind of like a generalization for everyone. But I've noticed you did not like change. I love change. Moving, I loved moving. But I realized that as time went on, especially since we've been together, every time we've moved has been a situation where I'm forced myself to sit down and go, I think I can die like this. I think I may die if I continue with this kind of emotion. And what I mean is I have gotten so upset at movers who are criminal, like horrible people that come into your home. And there have been times where it was just me and the babies. And I've had to do everything. All the moves, actually, I have taken charge of. I've packed our entire household and unpacked our entire household like a machine, right? And usually you're at work. So it's always on me, like doing everything. And I also did it because I knew you hated to move. You don't like change. So I took that on. But I realized you're more like comfortable with that, and we've kind of reversed because I feel like as partners it was give and take, and I think you took some of my love of change and moving, and now I have the thing of no thanks, I don't want to go anywhere anymore. Does that make sense?
It does, and I do have a different kind of understanding of moving, changing rapidly the subject of the podcast, but I do, and I actually I had a ex-coworker kind of ask me about, was pondering moving and asking for my advice. And I'm like, well, keep these 27 things in mind, particularly if you've lived in the same place for a very long time. Because it isn't necessarily an easy, breezy thing, because guess what? All your favorites are going to shift if you move. You're not going to be able to go to your favorite store, or, you're not just going to be able to have your favorite coffee drink, or, your favorite, your favorite everything is going to tend to shift.
And I think that's good. It keeps you young. It keeps you
limber, yes.
It keeps you limber for sure. It also keeps you flexible, which is limber, I know. It keeps you curious. It keeps you open. It keeps you, did you say humble?
I wouldn't say humble, but yes, I think it does.
I mean, and we haven't even had to really, we've had some culture shock for sure. And homesickness, even though home is wherever we go, we know that. We've always had that attitude. At the same time, when you go somewhere, you have to understand that it is so different and it is uncomfortable. And there's a certain depression that sits in, which is what people call homesickness. It is a sickness. Like, you just don't feel good. Either it shows up emotionally or physically.
Right.
Have you noticed? Like, college students go away and then all of a sudden they catch the flu, or get sick, right?
I got sick right away when I started school.
Or like, remember we moved and then you rolled your ankle?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, that sucked.
You have to be grounded.
Yes.
Now we're totally veering off into other subjects, but that's it. It's all about dealing with change. Dealing with is terrible. It's all about
embracing
change. Yeah.
Change in yourself and change in others.
Flowing with change.
Getting into the flow, yes.
And being centered at the same time, kind of going with the waves. So you don't roll your ankle, you don't get sick, but you just go with the flow and things are easier.
Yes.
You're more open to other favorites that you don't know about yet.
Right.
Okay, there's a ton I can talk about, but I just want to keep it simple today and just say, let's think about our favorites. And why do we have favorites? Because it's comforting. And there's a certain comfort in not having to do anything. It's like getting out of bed. You just want to be comfortable. So you don't want to figure out this person's favorite anything. So I'll just reiterate, it's not really work, because all you have to do is watch a show.
Yes, I totally get it.
And the world is your show. Just, all you have to do is look.
True.
All right. Okay. All right.
Be well, everyone.
Have a beautiful every day. Reach out to us. Say hi, because we get lonely too.